Hey, Pint with Coach, we haven't done one of these in a while. I know a couple people have asked if I've been still doing them, and we haven't here for probably a month or so. But so we're going to bring back, and our goal is to get one of these a week out to you. So this week, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about just kind of the process and process goals with things, and kind of focus in on that. And because we see a lot of people that get hung up on their long-term goal, and roadblocks are going to come up, and you're going to have some setbacks and things like that. And sometimes a lot of that stuff can really mess people up and kind of throw them off a little bit. So that's kind of our topic today. Our beer today is one of Southern Tier's new beers. It's called Swipe Light, and it's just a light summer beer. It's 4%. And I say this in a positive way, there's really nothing like super special about it, but it's just like a very easy drinking beer. And Tim and I were saying it's probably a good summer beer because you can have probably at least a 6-pack or two, maybe even at the pool and be completely fine. So, not that I would recommend doing that, but so with process goals, what it is, we have our big goal, whether it's to lose 20 pounds, whether it's to drop a couple pant sizes, add muscle tissue, deadlift, or press or something, a certain number, whatever the goal may be. That's more of our big goal. But that gets broken down into smaller process goals. And so what I mean by this is what needs done today to help us move closer to that, and what needs done this week and this month. And you're kind of looking at things that way. And you're checking those boxes off, and that slowly is going to move you closer and closer to that. So I'm going to go with just a weight loss goal. So say my goal is to lose 20 pounds over the next 3 months. There's going to be periods where I'm going through and I make some progress, I don't make progress. Maybe I lose some ground. I have a bad weekend and I kind of fall off track with my food and things like that. So, that as we're getting there, we're going to have ups and downs, and our weight may come up, our weight may come down. Especially if the person's just getting started. We usually see their weight come up a little bit, and it's not that they got fatter after working out for a week or two. What has happened is they've added some muscle tissue onto their body. They're also getting a response to the training, that their body's increasing blood volume. There's probably some inflammation from being sore a little bit. So we just have a little bit more like fluid volume in the body that, give that another week, that stuff starts to balance out. But then we will see that we continue to build muscle and we lose fat kind of at the same rate. So our weight stays roughly the same, maybe the first month, maybe even in the first 2 months with that. But we're noticing that our clothes are fitting smaller. We look smaller in the mirror. We feel tighter through our midsection. Feel like we're getting more definition and things like that. But the scale hasn't quite showed that yet. Now, when we run like our in-body, we'll see that with the body comp and the muscle and everything like that. But just stepping on the scale, it doesn't always tell you the whole story there. But at some point we'll hit a ceiling on how much muscle, and then that fat will continue to come down. That's where we get that weight loss from. So again, with that process goal, say I had a bad day yesterday. My weight seemed like it was up. I ate bad. I just did some things I shouldn't have done, and I kind of fell off track for a day. That's completely fine. It's completely normal. The thing you have to ask yourself is what do I need to do today to move me a little bit closer? Is today a workout day? That would be something that's moving you closer to that. Do I have my meals prepped? Maybe it's not a meal prep day, but a meal planning day, where I plan out the meals for my week of what I'm going to eat. This is something that we typically do every Sunday in our house, where we plan out what's going to be for dinner for the next week. And then the main reason we do that is it helps us make a grocery list so that on Monday we can go to the grocery store. So that's one thing I like to do. So maybe that's one of your things for today to move you a little bit closer. Maybe it's a day that you're not working out, but maybe you plan to go and take 3 30-minute walks this week. So maybe you check one of those off. There's a lot of different things, but it's having that plan of what can I do today that's going to move me closer? What can I do this week that's going to get me closer? And then the month, and then for the ultimate goal there that you're going after. And then once we get there, we need to redo that whole process. So what's our new goal? And then work it back into smaller steps. But just I try to get people to just enjoy the process. Working out's not always fun, but just enjoy coming in and feeling like that you're moving and doing something that's making you better and really improving pretty much every aspect of your life. And just focus on that process, and eventually the big goal will come and we'll get here. So that's this week's episode. Hope you guys liked it. Excuse me, there I started to lose my voice a little bit. But like I said, our plan is to get one of these out each week. So talk to you next week.